Be Inspired TV. Everything in life can be taught, and it's possible that you can be at the level you aspire to be in life. Join your host, Pastors LEARNMORE and Tavengwa, as they take us through inspired life success tips.
Hello everyone, this is Be Inspired. Welcome again on the 4th episode of this powerful program, where we set the tone, where we encourage you, where we give you tips about anything in life. And today in this program, we're going to be talking about family matters, which is one of the reasons why there are so many divorces in marriages. This is the reason why many people are not even enjoying marriages. But today, we're going to be tackling all the things that might affect our marriages, or that might also bring joy and happiness in our marriages. And in today's program, help me welcome Pastor Nancy, that is my wife. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also, to help us tackle these issues, we have got one of the powerful young couples that the Lord has blessed us with. And these pastors from Tabernacle of Grace Church, and they are based in Kadoma. I've known this couple for the past 15 years, and I've seen what the Lord has been doing through their lives. And I believe and understand that from today, after you hear them speak, you are going to be inspired, you're going to be carried to the next level, especially to enjoy your marriage, especially also to enjoy your ministry. Help me welcome Pastor and Mrs. Rwodzi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
How is ministry, sir?
Ministry is good. So far, can't complain.
And we thank God. Tell me something. For how long have you been in ministry?
I've been in ministry for about 8 years now.
8 years?
Yes.
Okay, what really inspired you to start ministry? Being young and, 8 years is not a joke for a young pastor to be in ministry. What inspired you to be in ministry?
Well, it's all started when the Lord called me.
Okay.
And His Spirit pushed me into ministry. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're growing up as a young person, you've got your dreams, you've got your life lined up for you. Mm-hmm. And you got plans and things like that. But then the Lord called me, and it took me about 3 years to really accept and understand the calling. Mm-hmm. So it is the calling that got me to be where I am today.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
So, Pastor Rwodzi, before you started ministry, were you married by then?
I was not.
You're not.
I was
and
not married.
How did you meet Pastor Rwodzi as a pastor?
We met a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I was already preaching by then. So I saw her when I was preaching. Then I gave her a word. And she got interested in what I was doing. So she started asking questions, and we became friends.
Okay.
So we were friends for 2 years. Then that friendship developed into what it is. And we dated for 1.5 years. Then we got married. Wow,
wow. Pastor Mrs. Rwodzi, can I ask you this simple question? When you met this, your husband today, Pastor Rwodzi, what really got into you to start accepting his advances towards you, or accepting to talk to you? What really did you see on Pastor Rwodzi?
Okay, thank you, Pastor. All I can say is when I met him, when he met me, I was in church. He saw me, and I saw him preaching. Uh-huh. And I fell in love with the word of God he was preaching, with the revelations and all. Mm-hmm. So then connection came after I had known him as a minister of the word of God. Uh-huh. So by that also I was a girl with zeal, but I had no knowledge. So seeing the knowledge that he had, it pushed me to love him more, so mm-hmm. that I may also get what he has. Mm-hmm. So I think I loved the men of God first before we got the connection.
All right. From what you're saying, it's getting interesting. From what you're saying, did you fell in love with the men of God aspect, or you fell in love with the physical appearance of the men of God?
Okay, I fell in love with the preacher first before the men came. But considering his appearance, yes, I did fall in love with his appearance.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, because it's good to fall in love with the works of someone, it's also good to fall in love with the person. Because if you fall in love with one of the two and miss the other one, at the end of the day, when one of those things is not there, love is not there. But you must fall in love with the physical aspect. You must also fall in love with the works, and love is balanced. Pastor Nance, do you have anything to comment on that one?
I actually love what she said. It reflects, or rather it reminds me of our marriage. We are friends first before we are married, and we are pastors as well. So I'm a fan, I'm a friend, I'm a wife, I'm his number one critic. Before anything else goes out there, I'm the number one critic. So I think, yeah, marriage is a beautiful thing. And I can relate to what she's saying, that she fell in love with the man that she saw first, and then she connected with the physical man, which I think is normal. And yeah.
All right. Pastor Rwodzi, from what Pastor Nance is saying, do you believe in opposite sex friendship? Just, you're a pastor and you've got one of your youth members, a male, and one of your maybe ushering members, a female. Do you believe in them just being friends without anything brewing or cooking?
Well, I can't say it's impossible, but I wouldn't encourage it. Why?
Okay.
Because when you become friends with someone of the opposite sex, it means one day you'll be competing for attention with the boyfriend or with the girlfriend. And somehow you create unnecessary conflicts and unnecessary fights, because she or he has to please the friend, and at the same time the partner that she or he will be dating. So I personally don't believe that the two can be friends unless maybe you're developing something. Yeah, but for them to be friends and then later on, you can date, and this one dates, I think there will be problems. And in most times, from what I've seen, in most cases, people end up falling for each other. And if the other party is falling for somebody else, there will be trouble there.
And you know what you're saying, I've seen it happening where people are just friends for no reason. And at the end of the day, it affects them in their marriages later on. Because if you've got a male friend or a girlfriend, while you're growing up, and when these people when you're now married, and these people, they continue being friends, it can affect also your relationship. So these are the things that sometimes causes marriages not to be flowing well. Why? Because there are some external forces that are coming from the past. Yes, sometimes it might be just a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend thing, but it might affect somebody in marriage. So this is the encouragement that we also give as pastors to say, you know what, let these things not happen, And also I looked at, I was listening to what you were saying about you dated for 2 years. I mean, you were friends for 2 years before you started dating. And during those 2 years, were you already developing some affections for love, or it was just, I want to see where it leads us to?
Well, I can say I was. I saw the zeal that she had and the work I was doing and how she really desired to know the things of God. And I saw the call of God in her as well.
Okay.
So to me, I saw a potential, in the sense that she was there to complement me. So I saw the balance that with this one, we'll go far. And so we started developing it until we saw that it was the right thing and we went for it.
So do you encourage people to go the route that you went to get to know somebody, then later on it develops into something that is tangible? What if during those 2 years you discover that, yes, you like each other, you are friends, and what if you discover that it's not actually the things that you have been expecting and you are already friends? Do you stop seeing each other, or what do you do? Since we don't encourage people to be friends of opposite sex while you're still young, what do you do?
The Lord expects us to be creative, innovative, and empowering. To achieve this, join Pastor Lenny on the next episode of Be Inspired as he gives us some more life success tips. Thank you all for listening to this episode of Be Inspired. I hope you have been inspired by today's program, and I also hope you will put to act and practice everything that we have discussed today. Let's meet again next time as Pastor Lenny gives us more success tips.